They always got there.
Honeymoon's over.
I'm not, is that all, are those all their crossings? Indiana
Yes.
Railroad, they're
Yes.
not, none of those are.
Indiana Railroad owns all this too here.
I have
They,
a couple
uh,
numbers. I'm not sure.
Have you had a chance to talk to him yet?
I was hoping Randy would be out there, but they had that Eagle Scout presentation.
He'll tell you who to talk to.
And so they weren't there when we left at the dumpsters out there Saturday.
Yeah.
Dumpsters are still there.
They left this afternoon.
We've done some favors for them for years, and,
Not this weekend.
so they need to keep that in mind, but
I didn't finish either one go. I talked to you, talked to John offline, that I felt like I got to a point with my health that I wanted to resign from representing the board. I hate to do that, but I have arthritis so bad, and I get, particularly right now, that I have it everywhere, and it's impeding my mobility. I have to go to the surgeon, in fact, on Thursday. I know I have to get it replaced probably in the next month or two, as soon as he can get me in, because I have really bad pain level at this point. So I just, I'm hardly making it to work at Crane at this point. I'm doing all I can to get there, and I hope that after I have my hip replaced, I'll be better off, but it's not going to resolve the arthritis I have in my shoulders and in my arms and in my knees, etc. So I feel like you would be better served by somebody, you know, be fully functioning, I guess. And I recommended, and I would recommend, to go with somebody that is probably out of Indy or out of Bloomington or Evansville, that has as a part of their kind of boutique work, they do municipal representation, as opposed to just somebody general that doesn't really have that background. So that every time you have a need for advice in a different area, they have to go spend a lot of money and research it, and you don't need that. You need somebody like, and they will be more expensive, but they'll be less expensive in the long run because they don't have to go do a ton of research every time that you have to have an answer about an annexation or an eminent domain or an ordinance, because they do that as a matter of practice. So I would recommend out of Indy, again, they'll run you probably, the higher the partner will probably run you $3.50 an hour. The associate may run you, $2.50 an hour. And that's who could do most of your work, is the associate. I would recommend Hackman, McLaren, Craycraft, Indianapolis. They represent IMPA, Indiana Municipal Power Association. They do a lot of municipal representation all around the state. It's a little bit like utility work, that a lot of those lawyers are associated in Indianapolis, but they specialize in that stuff. So they are, I know Hackman, and I would recommend it for anybody that you go with. They don't necessarily need to be here for your whole meeting. You may have your meeting set up where just for the first half hour, they're present by phone, so they're not charging you travel. They're just present by phone. I know Hackman said, yeah, they would be willing to work that way. So if they needed to be here for a whole meeting, they could be, but to cut your costs down, the things that you need the lawyer on are going to be up front. If not, they get pushed to the next meeting, to the first hour of the next meeting. So that would be my recommendation. Other than that, for you to get anybody else, I hate to do that because I think it'll be in the long run a lot more expensive for you. You tend to have a lot of stuff going on. I just feel like I'm not doing, up to full performance at this point, and it's just wearing on me. So.
Your health comes first. I know I appreciate the time that I've been on the board. You've been very helpful.
it's always nice to have a attorney sitting next to you.
Yeah.
You never know when something's going to come up.
I
That's
know.
one problem you have is if you need one police, then you need one court.
Well, most of the small towns are unfortunately in the same position you guys are, that it's a luxury that they can't. It's almost like you can't afford it, but then you can't afford not to. But most of them, I think, probably try to get by
She got me spoiled because she come on about when I did, so I'm always used to saying, well, we didn't have to answer the
I
phone.
don't even remember that when was that, Keith? What year?
6 years ago.
I was gonna say, maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's always, if you're gonna have an attorney, it's better to have one in a bad mood. But we do appreciate your service to the town, and we've utilized you a lot, and you've always given us good advice, and we do appreciate your effort, knowing that you do have health problems, and wish you the best in that surgery.
Thank you. And I was intending to go ahead and finish up the stuff I have. I can't just drop and stop doing that anyway, but, I mean, if I need to come to June, that's fine, because you don't have anything in place. If you've got something in place, or you've got somebody you're gonna work with, or try to interview them, that's fine too. And then I'll try to, what anything I hang in here.
Is there a transition point if we do get somebody that need to get with you and kind of go over stuff?
They'll need to sit down and try to understand what we've got working and then, I have just so many
Right.
files and things, and it would take me a little while. And maybe if I'm off having surgery and I'm just sitting, I may be able to that may be a good time if I'm, to a point where I'm not in a lot of pain, I can sit in a chair and try to, go through things and put them in a more orderly fashion, or put them all together in a box for somebody. But yeah, there'll have to be some passing of the time.
Moving forward, would it be your recommendation to stick with the retainer process, or would it be more to our advantage, just personally, your opinion, to go hourly?
I
With a
think
setup
that
like what we've
I
got.
think you won't find anybody that will do it on
On
a
the
flat. I mean, I do it on a retainer, and then basically if I was doing more than the meeting in an hour or two of work, I would go ahead and do that extra. If I did a special meeting or something like that, I think you're gonna find most firms are gonna wanna do it just on an hourly, and they may not even require a retainer as long as you pay your bills current each month. Just gotta, you can ask them to propose a fee structure to you. Anybody that you interview, ask them to propose a fee structure. They're obviously able to access what I'm being paid, because they
Well,
can see.
Understanding that it could be
Right.
slightly awkward, but could we potentially use you as a sounding board through our process of getting
Sure.
another attorney?
Yeah, I'll sit in here if you want to, people are coming. Most of them, if they're from around here, I would know who it is, but I don't have any problem with any of the attorneys around here. It's just the fact that I know a lot of them's caseloads, and I think for the most part, none of them are really municipal kind of experts or have the depth. There's only one or two people in the firm, and those people are loaded doing the heavy caseload, like the one that does Eleanor's work. She is fully, I can see her bills in the paper every month. She is fully tasked with criminal load, and she's only one person deep. And so I just, for that, for her, she's a lot younger than me, I'll give you that, but to break away and try to devote, because you guys really have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier when you're in a big firm. That way, if you have a municipal lawyer, first, he already has a lot of depth. Secondly, and then if you bring up something on a hay lease, and he's never seen that, he can run down the hall to a real estate expert, and he can use 15 minutes of their time. He doesn't have to get a new retainer. He doesn't have to go outside the firm. He can just run down there, use a quarter hour of their time at their billable rate, and say, what would I do about that? And they'll tell him. And it's much easier. He could run down and ask a bond lawyer something, or when they have more attorneys like that, that's why I say in the long run, their billing rate is more expensive, but their expertise is a lot higher, their ability to work more quickly and effectively is higher, and efficiently, to work more efficiently for you in the long run. You have so many things across the board, and with your annexation, that's going to be another big thing. You need somebody that has the depth. They can do that in-house, and you don't have to have it farmed out in piecemeal. They can just whip it right out, get that done, or they can look at this whole thing with the bond thing coming up with the wastewater. There's going to be a lot of transactional stuff there that they can have some depth to do. So.
Well, one thing that bothers me a lot So our caseload will not get any smaller, that's for sure.
No, that's what
And
it
in
won't.
fact, it seems to be getting more, it's these, situations that we've got to retain you or an attorney to even respond to these things.
Right.
And it's costing us now, it's gonna cost us big bucks if we get a high-powered legal firm to do it on an hourly basis.
Well,
And I don't know how we can afford it.
I'm not saying, you go hire Barnes is, top, probably the top, arguably the top firm in the state. But there are mid-level firms that are still good firms, but yeah, they're gonna be